Hello, everyone. My name is Shine, as always, and today I'm going to do another expose because, holy, that one did good, and I do need some more content, so honestly, sure. That was a terrible voice crack. Um, forgot my line. Or not my line, I don't even have a script, that's why I'm fucking stuttering so much, but this expose is about Cattail. Or Jdprofissa, and they are interesting. So, as well as being one of the arguably most annoying co-owners I've had to deal with in my entire history of being in development teams, they did very bad things to the game itself. So, firstly, to disprove all of the points they made when leaving the dev team, they left the dev team when they were called out for thing blah, 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 when they were called out for trying to call the creator of Pressure, Zeal, Soul Driven Love 2.0 in a public chat that was visible by very many people, including popular figures like the official voice actor for Black in the original dub. Like, how do you have that little remorse? As well as it was a serious situation. Zeal literally did something extremely bad that I can't even say. But now, after being called out for all of this, or not even after, this was before, these the things I'm going to say now were just crash outs in games before all of this. So I talked with one of their friends, Bree Nightdraws, and I've seen screenshots of Cattail just crashing out on against them, as well as after crashing out extremely hard on an ASIM game, Cattail literally says, "I decided that I will kill myself today. Thank you for being my best friend forever." And then proceeded to leave the Discord server for Eeveelution Squad Final Chapter, the game that they're a co-owner of, rejoin about a few hours later and act like nothing happened. Then after leaving the game for good, because they were demoted after the Soul Driven Love incident, Spree Nightdraws DM'd one of their friends, Fish, who then also literally, they didn't even say, look at the screenshots probably, they just saw that they were accusing Cattail of something, saw the screenshots of saw the screenshots of Solar, the new co-owner, talking to Bree Nightdraws about this. And the only thing Fish responds with is kill yourself. That's all they respond with. Cattail also multiple times, even when they said they didn't kill themselves, stated that they cut themselves, which I'm not going to disprove, since this is actually hard to disprove, since it wouldn't end up with them going from the internet. But going off of all of the things they've said, I do not believe that they really did cut themselves. Next, I've also found a few personal experiences of mine. Cattail did a lot of things. Firstly, going off of their little apology, or not even an apology, just why they quit Eeveelution Squad Final Chapter in their YouTube channel. I have quitted Eeveelution Squad Final Chapter. Why, you may ask? Well, I've always been treated like a common mod around here. I hate this guy's English! Even me being a co-owner because of Scout's friends. I've also always tried to make the community happy, but it always resulted in frustration and drama, so yeah, goodbye to the slop game. I will maybe work in another project, but this time alone, I have lost faith in humanity. This is not true at all, by the way. So let's go over it. Treat it like a common mod. Why are you complaining about this? When I'm the owner of something, head administrator of something, I am extremely happy when I get treated like a normal person and not like the giant eye of a Ra staring down at you, ready to judge you for every singular step you take. Next, they didn't try making the community happy at all. Every time they did play something, they were either extremely try-hardy or just crashed out at the lightest of losses. In the community, they also, as stated, said, oh yeah, let's compare zeal and soul-driven love by making zeal a nickname known as Soul-Driven Love 2.0. I'm thinking of more, like, there's a lot more. They tried monetizing this game, which, for your information, Eeveelution Squad Final Chapter is a passion project. No one is getting paid, no one is demanding money, it's all for fun, it's all because it's something no one has seen before and we want to make something out of it. But they here wanted to advertise the game because, quote unquote, we need monetization. Yeah, this is stupid. But of course, it gets stupider. Because you remember how it says, but it always resulted in frustration and drama? That's because they weren't trying to make the community happy. When they did something, it was either accepting something without, it was either accepting slash doing something without even asking Scout, the actual owner of the game, in the slightest. They literally purged half of the dev team, half of the dev team without asking Scout. They also then, as an excuse, used the fact that, oh, I am the co-owner, I can do whatever I want, as another excuse to purge the entire dev team. Like, that's not an excuse in the slightest. Then let's go about the last fact. Slop game. Firstly, you're basically calling out yourself, since all that Jdprofissa saw was their own code, models, as well as concepts. I say again, I dare say again even, most of the concepts, code, and literally anything of the game was made by Cattail. So he's calling his own work slop. Let's go over another thing. Slop game? Yeah, we're working on a better variant. Cattail knows this, for sure, because Cattail and Scout decided this together to make a recode, since the so-called pre-code looks ass. But what was the next thing? Well, let's just go ahead and just blame the game for being slop, even though we've been working for about a few months now as well. I'm probably going to be working for a year on this new code. Like, this just completely fucking angers me because they're treating it like they don't know what they're treating it like they don't know what they're talking about, even though they for sure do. Yeah, and going back to the fact you made the community happy, a lot of people are literally relieved that you left. I'm talking to you personally right here, Cattail. Like, they let go stuff easily, like, they put in voice actors without asking the owner, they put in developers without asking the owner, they put in almost everything without asking the owner, as well as, like I said, purged half the development team. Oh, but let's make it worse. You guys remember I forgot its name. I think Doom by Fate situation? Well, yeah, Cattail was obviously against the situation, since if not, it would be way worse. But they wished death upon the entire development team, even though only a minor part of it was included in the actual allegations. As well as, Cattail literally immediately in the middle of this conversation, we were talking about the Doom by Fate situation in the in the developer general chat. This was before we found out that it was fake. This was literally exactly when it was announced and exactly when everyone realized that someone died. And in the middle of this entire conversation, Cattail literally pulled up how many chats they had in the entire game and spammed the words L, which I find absolutely atrocious because you just can't do that. That's a really sudden change, which is extremely improper and extremely unpolite to the person that potentially died. Anyways, all of this over. I'm sorry if my voice sounded a little weird today. This is because I recently had a dental thing where I had to get this little gummy band inserted into my mouth. But it'll be gone in a few weeks, so don't worry. By next video, it's probably going to be gone since I won't post with this in my mouth. But thank you guys for watching, and of course, leave a like and subscribe. Don't send hate to Cattail at all. I don't think they deserve to be harassed just because they did all this. I just want this to be out. Sure, you want to call the game slop? I'm going to call out everything that you did in said game. Anyways, this little spiel over now. I hope you guys are going to have a wonderful day. Goodbye.